Hi, I'm Jessica Citizen from Player Attack, and I'm here at E3 2012 with Dan from React Entertainment, and we're talking about The Act, which you guys are only just really taking the covers off of. It looks amazing. Can you tell us a bit about it?
It is, thanks. It's a really, really fun game. So The Act is a romantic interactive comedy, a completely hand-drawn comedy, and in that sense it's a completely new style of game. We've been working on the game for about 2.5 years, and so we're just, as you said, we're just now sort of bringing this to light right now. So The Act is a game about a character named Edgar, who actually has 3 goals. His goals are, number 1, to save his job, because his boss is always on his back, to save his brother, who tends to, as you'll see in the game, get him in a lot of trouble, and also romance the woman of his dreams, which winds up being the most challenging and difficult part of all. So the game plays out through a series of interactive sequences and interstitials, which are sort of like cartoon movies between those, and it feels a little bit like you're actually playing a movie, almost like you're playing an interactive cartoon, and thus is really, really interesting. It's as I mentioned, it's sort of the first of its genre, the first of its ilk, because it's much more about developing a relationship with the characters than it is about very complex controls. The controls are very simple. You really just swipe back and forth, and that allows Edgar to be more or less aggressive or more or less reticent to do different things. So it's very simple. You get very absorbed in the characters very quickly. There's no speech in the game. It's completely about physical comedy. It's completely about the animation. The original game was designed by a team led by a gentleman named Omar Kudari, who's also one of the partners in React, back in the early 2000s. And it was originally drawn by a whole team of animators, about 35 different animators. And in fact, it was originally designed as a video arcade game. So what we've done at React, along with Omar, is take that game and move it forward onto iOS, and also onto Mac. And so it'll be available this month for iPhone, for iPad, for iPod Touch, and also for Macintosh.
I mean, what we've seen in there, it's amazing. It isn't like anything that I've ever seen before. But the question is, I know this is a difficult question to ask before the game's even out, but where do you go from here?
We're still figuring that part out. Actually, we really are. There's a lot of different things in the game that capture people, the interaction, the characters, and things like that. So our goal as a company was really to get something out there that was really, really good. Get it on a first and hopefully in a successful way, get it onto one platform. So on the heels of this, we'll see what we do next. We've got a lot of different options. The script, of course, goes way beyond what you see in this game. So there's options there, and also there's a lot more that we can, of course, do with the technology.
So tell us a bit about React. Have you been working on this solidly for 2.5 years, or have you guys been doing other things, or what's been going on there?
Well, we've been spending a lot of time on this for the past 2.5 years. A lot of sleepless nights. It's been about 2.5 years of hard work. I'd say about a year's worth of figuring out sort of the roots of the game and the original technology. About a year's worth of recreation of a lot of that technology and also some of the assets. And then about the past 5 or 7 months, really just kind of working on gussying it up, and the interfaces, the menus, the internationalization, the iCloud support, the list goes on and on and on. But the net result for the users is that it's really, really fun to play, it's really easy to use, and also with respect to the original animation, because a lot of the genius of this game was from the original animation, it really, especially on iPad, the characters really leap off the screen. So we're very happy to kind of bring this to market and sort of realize the dreams. We like to say that The Act is at last sort of ready for center stage, and so here we are.
There you go. I mean, you say romantic comedy. That automatically, brings a whole bunch of target audience to mind. So was this a deliberate choice to target women gamers, or is it just the way it came out?
No, it's really kind of the way that it came out. It's a romantic comedy in the sense that I think it appeals to everybody. In fact, from a demographic perspective, it's a charming story. But from a demographic and stylistic perspective, we like to say it's 6 to 65 plus, because just like a traditional animation, everyone looks at it in kind of a different way. So for children, they say, oh, it's a cool, fun game. It's like playing a traditional Bugs Bunny game. On the other side, for an adult, they're going to look at it through a different lens and see a lot more of the subtlety and depth that's there, particularly as you progress during the game. So it's a lot of fun.
Excellent. So The Act comes out this month for iOS and Mac, and we're very much looking forward to it. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much for your time, Jessica. Have a great day.
Cheers.